What is the price of progress when it comes at the cost of preservation? This is the central query in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, a city on the cusp of irreversible change. The Ethiopian government, led by Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, has come under severe scrutiny by Western media such as The Economist and The Guardian. The discourse is around increasing atrocities and conflicts under Ahmed's rule. His plans for a modern Addis Ababa have especially drawn attention to the historic Piazza district. This announcement, met with widespread disapproval and fear, indicated the end for the city's colorful history. It set out a plan for a drastic transformation, including the elimination of the Piazza district, known for its traditional stone houses and unique urban ambience. Ahmed's leadership abilities have been questioned due to these radical changes. His rise to power is seen as a major blunder in Ethiopia's history. The path of his vision is littered with the debris of a cultural heritage that may take generations, if at all, to rebuild. The Economist, a notorious weekly international newspaper, has astutely cast a grim spotlight on the alarming reality of Addis Ababa. The paper, in its latest release, uncovers the alarming urbanization process of the Ethiopian capital. Led by Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, who is often criticized for his brash methods, the transformation isn't just a strategy, it's an unfolding calamity. The Economist's chronicle paints a vivid image of uncontrolled devastation, placing special emphasis on the dismantling of the iconic Piazza district. This destructive act has caused a permanent loss to the city's cultural and historic heritage. It's a scar that the city, once rich with history, will have to bear forever. The newspaper's deep-diving reportage points out the disregard shown towards the intricate balance of growth and conservation. The capital's rapid modernization is overshadowed by the thoughtless demolition of its cultural and historic landmarks. The report also highlights how the agenda of progress has been single-mindedly pursued at the cost of preservation, reflecting a shocking indifference to the city's rich legacy. The Economist's powerful critique has put the global community on alert about the ongoing catastrophe in Addis Ababa. The Economist's penetrating report calls attention to the blatant indifference towards the difficult task of balancing progress and preservation. Their hard-hitting analysis has put the international community on notice about the ongoing disaster in Addis Ababa, raising pressing questions about the stark reality of progress and the blatant disregard of it. A wave of chilling dread washed over the residents of Piazza, reminiscent of the fear experienced prior to a catastrophic invasion. An intense, palpable fear seeped into each inhabitant's core, inducing an icy shudder that resonated deep within their bones. The residents' homes, their living spaces, their very existences teetered precariously on the precipice of catastrophic obliteration, causing their homely world to shudder with an unnerving uncertainty. These structures that they had painstakingly built with their blood, sweat and tears where they had lived out their lives, celebrated joyous moments, mourned over losses, now stood exposed, vulnerable to a destructive force that was ready to decimate their habitat. An eerie silence pervaded the air as the cities held their breath in anticipation, their hearts throbbing with the dread of the forthcoming apocalypse. The thunderous roar of the monstrous bulldozers echoed ominously in the empty streets, the machines slowly making their way through the city, signaling the commencement of the destruction. Fear wrapped its cold fingers around the city, choking the life out of it, casting an ominous shadow where once life had flourished. The unsettling rumbling that filled the city signified more than sheer physical destruction. It delineated the end of an era for Addis Ababa. The tumult echoed the desolation of the city's cultural heritage, a vibrant tapestry intricately woven from threads of its rich history, culture and tradition. Ancient buildings, silent witnesses to the city's evolution, were ripped apart, reduced to rubble. Homes that had nurtured generations were stripped bare, leaving behind faint echoes of a rich past in the annals of history. Addis Ababa's very soul felt as though it was crumbling under this ruthless assault, the identity of the city being maliciously redefined. The city's administration was making efforts to entice foreign investors, commodifying their home for sale. The vision was one of modernity, evolution, but it came at a horrifying cost. The cost of their culture, their heritage, their identity. The residents' homes, memories, lives were all at stake. This cultural genocide was not merely the destruction of bricks and mortar, but the obliteration of a culture, erasure of a history, and assassination of a city's soul. The change was overwhelming. The fear and uncertainty was palpable, making its presence felt in every corner and every heart of Piazza. The road widening project initiated by Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's administration has left an indelible mark. What was once a peaceful, unadulterated landscape has become a battlefield of rubble and debris, stirring up controversies and heated discussions amongst the populace. The heart of the issue lies in the destruction of our precious heritage buildings, centuries-old architectural marvels which have now been reduced to mere rubble. These structures are not just buildings, they are a reflection of our past, our rich cultural heritage that has been wiped out, never to be fully recovered or rebuilt. Alongside this, the project has also affected the lives of the residents drastically. Homeless and hopeless, the natives are forced to witness their homes crumble, their lives thrown into the vortex of uncertainty and chaos. The emotional trauma and displacement are beyond comprehension. Critics are vociferously arguing that these actions have done more harm than good, destroying not just physical infrastructures but also the sense of community and unity among the residents. In defense, the government asserts the project's importance for attracting foreign investments and boosting tourism. But this argument has led the administration into a maelstrom of debates and disagreements. The public is skeptical and frustrated, questioning the government's motives and intentions. The state of affairs is filled with irony. Abiy Ahmed, once revered as a Nobel Peace Prize laureate, finds himself in the midst of a storm, possibly creating history for all the wrong. The Piazza district, a crucial historic center recognized for its multicultural architectural influences, has been profoundly affected due to the modernization attempts. Notably, this district has always been a melting pot of diverse cultures and architectural styles, offering a unique glimpse into the rich history and heritage of the region. However, the rapid progress and urbanization have cast a looming shadow over this historically significant area. The Addis Ababa Corridor Development Project, a massive urban development initiative, has left a trail of destruction, causing numerous century-old buildings to vanish. Though aimed at transforming the district into a modern urban space, this project has been the catalyst for a widespread backlash, particularly due to its blatant disregard for heritage conservation. Spearheaded by Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, the modernization project has been under increasing scrutiny for its lack of foresight and consideration for the district's historical value. The local inhabitants who once thrived in the district have been displaced without adequate compensation or tangible options for relocation. This unfortunate circumstance has sparked a wave of discontent and dissatisfaction among the population. The residents' frustration has been exacerbated by the government's failure to provide feasible solutions, leading to increasing tensions and public unrest. There is a rising chorus of voices expressing indignation over the erasure of cultural identity and history in Piazza. This district until now had been a living testament to the country's abundant past, but with the ongoing developments, its cultural identity is fast fading. This has led to an escalating outcry over the erasure of cultural identity and history in Piazza, which until now had been a living testament to the country's rich past. To conclude, the obliteration of the iconic Piazza neighborhood is a haunting testament to the severe costs of progress. The dream of a reformed contemporary Addis Ababa has been bought at an alarming price. Unsettling disturbance of livelihoods, the forced relocation of inhabitants, and the tragic erasure of cultural and historical treasures. The downfalls of progress are glaringly apparent here, with the everyday lives of residents uprooted, their homes away, and their shared history erased. One must ponder, is the toll of advancement too steep, or is this the unpalatable yet necessary forfeit for Addis Ababa's future? The passage of time holds the answer. That's all for now. Thank you for joining us. Before we sign off, we want to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insightful news updates. Like this video if you found it informative, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your engagement and feedback are invaluable to us. Until next time, stay informed, stay safe, and have a great day. Thank you for watching Ethiopia Insight.